Hello everyone, I am Darren.
And I'm Brett.
This time on the Cerberus Games devlog, we will be struggling to use GitHub.
Of course, as developers, our one constant is struggle. With that being said, let's get started in trying to get GitHub to work.
We're just trying to figure out how we can add people to a Godot project to collaborate so we can both start working on the baptism.
At the very worst, probably just going to have to email the game files to each other.
We should be able to use GitHub. We shouldn't have to use email.
Our first struggle was getting my game project files into GitHub.
Doing so should be relatively simple. All you really have to do is drag and drop.
Easy, right? I'm going to hit fetch origin real quick.
Did you actually commit the changes on the website?
Yep.
Scroll down. You're going to want to commit, yeah.
Whoops. Okay, awesome. Now I'm going to let it load real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and fetch origin. Okay, saying compressing objects. Awesome, awesome. Love to hear it, love to hear it. Pull one origin. Let's go.
It was not easy.
We got it down, guys. We got it down. Awesome. It's not doing what I wanted to. Okay, I'm going to click fetch origin again just to see what happens. Hopefully it grabs it this time completely. Fetching repository. Hang on. Come on. Come on. Oh, I'm dead. I am dead, guys. I am dead right now.
So it did pull over. It's just, this only shows the changes that have been made. Literally click on show and explore.
Show and explore.
Yeah, go back to the changes page if there's no changes and click on show and explore. That'll open up the local files. Bang.
Related to it.
What do you mean?
Oh, okay, guys. I am a little bit insane. I'm going a little bit crazy.
Oh, it saved it as its own whole thing in my desktop since it just updates these every time.
Yeah.
It doesn't like create a new copy every time. Shouldn't.
We figured that we did have to drag and drop. However, we didn't have to drag and drop into the GitHub website.
Sir, open. It'll let me just drag and drop this in.
Yes, sir. The file is called texture learning. Don't worry about it.
No, yeah, I saw that earlier. Edit.
We went down a whole rabbit hole downloading Git LFS, thinking that would be our solution.
Okay, we finally figured out the problems. I had to install Git to be able to transition onto the command prompt and then just do Git LFS install. Now I have LFS on the computer. So now all I have to really do is basically figure out everything else. That was over an hour of simply learning how to use GitHub and trying to get our files to upload correctly.
However, a bonus from that side quest is that now we have Git LFS ready for whenever files inevitably get too large for even the GitHub desktop app.
However, we could just use the desktop app for now.
The last point was that you should only ever make direct edits to a brand new local branch that extends off of the dev branch. And once you are finished with whatever you had been working on, you can push those changes from that new local branch to the dev branch. So, instead of using the website, we had to download and learn how to use the GitHub desktop app, which has a much higher file size limit of 100 megabytes.
However, we really didn't get that until Brett opened the files on his desktop and we realized some of the game files were just not there.
The entire game was practically missing. The world scene, the main textures, and all larger assets.
We did have a minor hiccup when we accidentally tried to make a new branch on the remote repository and ended up having issues where we were both using a different branch to push different updates, so we figured out that was a problem very quickly. Okay, I figured it out. We got the missing files back into GitHub from Godot.
I think it just updated.
It just updated?
It's there.
Okay, I'm going to refresh my page and then go.
Yes!
Huzzah! Yes! Victory!
Next, we worked together in figuring out the safest way to upload our game files.
All we really did to solve our problem was find a tutorial on what was essentially the industry standard for committing files from your local repository to the remote shared repository.
It said that you should have two primary branches. The main branch, which hosts the latest stable version of your game, and a dev branch, which hosts any new changes or additions you're currently making.
This way we are never directly editing our only stable copy of the game, so if anything ever goes catastrophically wrong and the dev branch becomes completely unrecoverable, we can just take the files from the main branch and start over.
As simple as all this sounds, going into this blind and just having to figure it out was a little bit of a challenge.
We only spent what was hours bashing our heads against a proverbial brick wall, but that's just learning curves, right?
Despite how long it may have taken to learn, it was a satisfying and rewarding way to spend our time, as now we can officially collab on our game dev projects.
Absolutely. And with that, we bid you all adieu, and we'll see you on the next Cerberus Games update.